So right now down here we have the order out, 50 shares for 850. We're going to see if any 850 starts hitting the tape. So we just got filled at 850. There's people getting filled at 855. I'd expect this to get as high as 9. I'll look to add in there. So we'll see how many buyers come in. We'll see how many people are actually looking to get into this stock. You see how the sell side is heavy? That's because short sale restriction is turned on. So I have two different level 2 here for the same stock. This one are all the smaller orders. These are all the bigger orders in bulk. So it gives you a little bit of a better idea of where the big money's playing. So our next position, we'll look to add around 9. Let's see. Try to get in 895 to double. Another thing we want to see a lot more sellers soaking up shares. Because right now the bulls are pushing pretty hard. So we'll wait to add maybe to like 915. Sellers can't hit the bid, so it's going to be a lot slower to move. Heart rate's still at 48, which is fine. Oh, heart rate's at 74. Buyers are up here on the bid, showing some support. They're not really coming in. There's some size coming through at 850. $89. So there's definitely short sellers up here building in their short positions up towards this $9 area. So I'm going to put an order out. This order is at 95. We'll see if we can get filled. This had a high of 94, high of 94, and a high of 89. So 95 is probably not a good order to fill. We'll see how many people panic out here. I didn't see too big of a wall. I wasn't watching the tape close enough to see if there's a hidden seller. We're back at 52 for the heart rate. SPY's putting in a nice green candle. Now we're under the VWAP. We should see some panic selling out. We're still at our 850 average. We're just going to hold this. Bounce on the market would be really nice. It has some room. Definitely has some room. So MRIN now under 8. Let's see, it's going to be hard to get filled. We'll put an order out here towards 8 just to double. So we got filled on that instantly. See if 8 gets stacked. Their average is 825. It was already up 12% in the beginning of the day. Now you technically wouldn't want to see it dip this much if you were bullish. I guess it's not that big of a dip. It's just coming down, testing support. But short sale restriction's already on. So it's not like they're letting it fall to trigger short sale restriction and then continue higher. It's just showing some weakness. So our range already, there's a dollar range for the day. It went from 9 to 8. So halfway is about this 950, 960 area. We'd like to see it stay under. We'll look to add into the position around there. That was probably an impatient ad down here. I was adding here on the test of 8. I thought it was going to fail. Instead, it just came down and it tested support. So I really want to see a lower high form somewhere in this 950 area, 850. And we want to see a lot of sellers stacked up on the ask. Either that or we want to see some big size coming in without any price movement. And we, you know, like if they start hitting the tape here, market's definitely pushing green. I have a small cash account that I'm long. Long the market. I'm actually long TQQQ. Which was small size, already up 6% for the day. We'll see how high that can go, and it has a lot of potential coming down off of this worst month since 2008. So you see it's definitely struggling to get up. Higher volume on the sell-off candles. Low volume on the pullback. This looks like a bear flag potential add. I'm looking to add around 850 because I'm already in at 825 with enough size at this price level. It was a bad add. I added under 8 when I had all this opportunity to add under 9. So I could just be sitting nice and pretty in the trade. But now I'm you know, treading water here, which isn't good. You can only tread water for so long, you know. Market looks good too. This stock, however, doesn't trade with the market. This isn't going to be the most interesting trade because short sale restriction is on. I just know that there weren't that many stocks to watch, and this is one of them. Good size coming in on the bid at 135. This is a $13,000 order. So you see, as that got filled here, it comes up on this level too. There's some really good size coming in. We'll see if 50 wants to hold. VWAP's at 52 right now. Looks like people are dumping orders. You see these green candles with topping wicks. So they're buying it up and dumping. I think we're on the back side of the move. I really want to be on the back side of the move. There's not really any well-defined trend lines that I see. Just because it was such a sharp pullback. I don't want to... Over 9, I'm going to cut it. I'll obviously get back in towards 1050-ish, depending on how much volume we're getting. This is a pretty bearish 5-minute candle, but it was followed by a bullish, so it's pretty just indecisive in between 9 and 8. And our average is on the lower end of this channel. $8.23. So if we sized in here, it wouldn't help our average at all. It would just give us a bigger size. And I don't want a bigger size at this average. I mean, obviously, if it gets below 8, I'm going to say, why didn't you add? This is a perfect bear flag. It came down, tested support, came up, just formed a lower high right around 850, we were saying. The high of this candle is 851. And I originally said that we were going to add there. And that happened very quickly. It like got to 850 and then it was right back down to 820, 830. So now we're hoping that it comes back down to test 8. If it doesn't get back down towards 8, it's probably going to break out. So this is a pretty bullish candle. You see buying coming in. Big order at 818, somebody bailed. 13,000 shares. We have somebody at 838. We have 27 on the ask. Not many people are hitting it right now. They're in between the spreads. We're at 26. There's some 27. Anybody paying 30? Now we have 37. Now as a short seller, we want to get the best average possible. So what are we going to do? It's okay if it comes back against us a little bit, as long as it doesn't break through resistance overhead. Because the higher this price goes, the bigger position we can get within this range, which would be good. You know, it already came up here and it got rejected fairly quickly. So if it comes back up in this range, it's good. Looks like the bears wanted to keep it under the VWAP. This is definitely, you know, a bearish signal. But like I said, if it doesn't get back down here to test 8 and it pivots and it comes up, the bulls might be in control. It's hard to say on this one who's in control and who's not. Five-minute chart, pretty boring. Opening price is 840. We're below 840. Yesterday's close is right around $8. That's what we tested and bounced. So we want to see this candle come down and test it again. If it bounces again, it's going to be a little bit more solid. So there's some dumping. We'd like to see it at least break through here and show weakness again. I don't want to see it get caught here. If we're catching bids here, it's going to become a stronger support level, and then it has more potential then to bounce and go higher than here. It didn't give 850 a real test. It just kind of touched it and people bailed, which is good. But as it came down, it bounced, it made a lower high, and it's coming back down. We want to see this pierce through here. We don't want to see it hold up. So now they're showing some support at 805. Now anybody who's long, who's holding a big order, might see this, and they'll see this as an exit opportunity. Because if they have big size and they need to get filled, and they can get filled at 805, they're going to sell out and hit it. So you see somebody just sold and hit the bid. That's good. The only way this price goes down because people are selling. Short sellers cannot hit the bid today. Market's on a little bit of a pullback towards VWAP. Seeing, like I said, adding in size up here would have been good after it gets back here below 8. So below 8 is definitely bearish. We want to see this continue lower. So people are still hitting the bid. They're hitting 90s. There's some size at 90. We'll see if it gets hit. And what we want to see the ask put up a wall towards 8 and soak up any buyers that are thinking about coming in and buying this stock. There hasn't been any big volume drops besides this one. So short sellers saw this big volume drop. It came back down. It touched daily resistance. And they started covering. So all throughout here, this was a cover pop. And also other short sellers who are more experienced were building in positions as they came. Now since we're reaching new lows, it might be a little bit slower to move because short sellers are looking to take profits here. And you're also looking at where's the next potential target. So looking at it on the daily chart, the next target's around 726, which is the bottom of the previous day, around 730. So we don't have very many shares, but let's put out a cover order at 740 just to see if this gets picked up for half our order. That would be almost $1 per share. So now we have to see how can we size into this position. We only have 100. I think I missed the add opportunity here. Missed the add opportunity here. So what we want to see this get extended away from 8. We don't want to see it pivot too close because it has more potential to break through. We want to see it keep falling, keep falling, keep falling, and then have them work their way back up to 8. And then we want to see it get turned down at 8. We want to see a bunch of sellers stacked up on the ask at 8. And then I'll probably look to add in my size. What would be perfect if I get filled on this 740 price and then it comes back up to 8. So sell at 40, add towards 8. So you're supposed to pay yourself on the way here, but I truly believe that we're on the downside of the move. Let's take a look at an hourly chart. If you guys have any questions, go ahead. If you guys have any tickers that you want to look at, let me know.
The bailout. Yeah.
Heart rate's at 72. So on the 5 minute, we don't want to see it really get above 784. I guess we just want to see it hold under 8 here. Gosh. It's going to be a slow mover. It's not an exciting stock. Let's see, TQQQ, still up 5%. Kind of looking at the market to see what it's going to do.
Yeah, I see ALQA moving up a little bit. I don't see a headline on it. CI. Yeah, so this one we traded yesterday. The thing with these is that
I don't
you
know
know
if
they didn't
Shirley's in here,
they
but
pop up a little bit, but without.
Shirley pointed this out the other day. She was talking about AES as a fade. It was around 14. It came up, touched the VWAP, and just hasn't looked back since. She had a price target down here at 13.51, so we're going to see if it can get there. Oh, the market, it doesn't look like a good candle for the market. Coming back down here. It looks heavy underneath the VWAP. MRIN, trying to pivot, plateau a little bit. We're not seeing any buying coming in, which is good. Good for shorts. All right. Set an alert here for 8. Create alert. We're at 792. That's fine. I'm actually going to look to add position. Let's see. We want to get short. Let's get short again up in the 90s. Let's try 95. We're going to double our position at 95 if it gets up there. Okay. 71 for the heart rate. My resting heart rate is 48. Current heart rate 67. It's a nice doji candle on the 1 minute. So it's getting a little spready here. 10-cent spreads. We're still in the green. We have a profit target of 740. Low of day was 750. So we'll see if it can break through 8. I really hope it doesn't. If it gets through 8, I'm probably going to look to take off and add in because it doesn't really have any reason to pivot. I guess we can hold for the VWAP and readjust. So there we're well over 8. Now we're in. It's a nice bearish candle for the time being. Got all the way to 820. So we'll see how many short sellers are looking to build in their position. What we don't want to see, we don't want to see it start pushing too high because that's going to be indicative of a short squeeze. Short squeeze. Hey Laura, good morning. Short squeeze. Eh? The short squeeze. There's a guy at a donut shop that works near here, and it's funny. He always says, Chewy Strudel. I asked him what the best one was, and he said it. The Chewy Strudel. Chewy Strudel. So, the short squeeze. Market's pulling down under the VWAP. I don't like that for my cash. Can't talk. Cash position. Looks good for MRIN. But TQQQ, it was up. Now it's putting a little bit of a cliffhanger. I'm going to hold. I think this has good potential to bounce. I really want to see the market bounce. I want to see this bounce with it. That would be wonderful. I think we're well overdue. We could, if we don't bounce, it's going to be ugly. So ugly. I might just want to sell my position. Sell when you're up, right? Wrong. Hold. MRIN. Oh, looks like it wants to give 8 another try. We got filled at 95. That was a good ad. It was a really good ad. Went all the way up to 820 on us. Bearish candle. So what we want to see, we definitely want to see it come back down and test 750. If not, break through 750. We still have a little bit of cover order at 740. The reason we're at 740 is because the previous day's close is 733. This previous day close. The day before that was 702. So let's look to take out another 100 shares at 706. So we have 150 shares of our 200 with price targets. Our average is 810, which is not ideal. I'm going to take off 50 shares here and lock in a little profit. Let's see if we can get filled on the ask, or filled on the bid. We'll take 770. So right now we have an open order at 770. See if we get picked up. You know, at this point we should probably just take the market order and pay 775 because it's not moving at all. Let's just do that. 770. It looks like it's starting to pivot. No volume coming in. Nobody's paying 775. We'll just hold. We'll hold. Oof, the market. Ouch. Still up 3%. There, 774, 771. Pay me 770. Come on. Come on. Once this 50 shares goes through, this will change to 150. We'll finally have some realized profit. Maybe 15 bucks. Almost 20. So here's where you just take the 71. Why wait for the penny? We'll just wait for it. It's good practice, I guess. SPY. There we go. So order got filled at 770. And we're even for the day. Our next target 740. Come on. Come on down. 740. So, happy Boxing Day. Anybody celebrate Christmas? Did anybody get anything good? Here comes 740. Let's see if 750 holds. We're getting a flush here. Nobody's selling. Booked an appointment for 3 o'clock. There's 740 just got filled. Nice. So we're only in 100 shares with a $7 profit. Love socks. Definitely appreciate socks. Freeze, baby. Looks like $7 is going to be a very realistic target for the rest of this. That'd be a $1 per share move. Our first entry, if you weren't watching, we took it out of the open. We failed to add, and we added in here around 8.
So I don't know. See that pop there. So now we're getting.
Yeah, we shorted at 850 and then 8.
I would say
and 8 again.
Thing would be
sold at 770, 740.
Because of the way it did this.
Holding the rest of this for 7.
Down. I wouldn't have felt comfortable buying.
Looks like it's catching a bid here around the 726 level, which makes sense. I'm sorry, Laura. I don't. What? It's a nice channel. What do you mean? You talking about the stock? The price channel? MRIN has pretty much been trading like that, and the reason for that is that it didn't have too many previous levels. So they're easier to find. Oh my gosh, the market is dumping. Where are we at? I'm just gonna take my profits on this. I'll be right back. I feel like this is heavy and there's no reason to be bullish on the market. I guess we'll give the market a chance. It hit 238. It's below the VWAP. It's below support. Oh, this is ugly. This is brutal. MRIN all the way up at 47. This one's just bleeding out. Hopefully. Yeah, that. Damn it. Come on, market. We need you to bounce. MRIN's looking good. Looking pretty bearish. Oh, I got a couple bear Christmas cards. Did anybody else get bear Christmas cards? It was funny. I found it pretty funny. Let me see here. It says Merry Christmas, but I got a bear Christmas card